Hi everyone, if the rising fuel prices are making you feel anxious, then in this video there's some really good news for people looking to invest in property. This is Adil Rizvi, Director Ariza Buyers Agency, helping everyday Australians like yourself build passive income through reliable and data-based property investment. The inflation in Australia has risen by 5.1% in the last 12 months as per the latest data, and by 2.1% in the last quarter alone, which is the biggest quarterly jump since 2000. Now, to control this inflation, RBA needs to do something. They need to bump up the cash rate to discourage people from spending more money. Well, that was supposed to happen anyway, because we were enjoying a honeymoon period where the cash rate was sitting at 0.1% and most of the mortgages were around 2%. Now, a common man comes and asks us the question, what will happen with the property market? Should I wait for the property market to go down crashing and then I should wait and then buy a particular property? Well, the answer to that question is there are three reasons I'll be discussing with you in this video, but in my view, the market will become more steady in the next 3 to 6 months. This crazy uphill of the market will slow down. It has already shown signs of slowing down. But once the market becomes steady, due to the factors I'm discussing with you now, I believe there will be another property boom in Australia. And this is very much likely to happen for the reasons I'm discussing with you now. We believe, based on these reasons, that the next 3 months are a really good time to buy property now instead of waiting for 6 months or 12 months. Now, historically, the rising interest rates mean the property prices in Australia tend to go up as well. That is what the data says for the last 30 years. Also, as a second point, the rising inflation means prices of commodities increase around us, and properties are not completely immune to that. On average, an Australian home increases in value by 7% every year. That is the average increase. If you consider the inflation into it as well, then we are looking at a minimum 10% increase in an average Australian home every year. Now, the catch over here is this is an average number. You need to be able to target locations where you can be sure that you can find a property which will give you at least 10% growth every year moving forward, and that is where we help our clients to identify and help secure them properties in those kind of locations. Due to the rising inflation and the increasing demand for good quality real estate, a lot of property investors who we work with are now in a position to increase their rents, which is putting more money back into their pocket and helping them increase their passive income. Now, another important factor that a lot of people keep missing is the overseas migration. There is an expected 200,000 migrants coming into Australia in the next 12 months. Which will definitely push the demand for good quality real estate higher and higher. Now, if you remember, the 2021 property boom happened with zero international migration because the borders were closed. In addition to the migration, as per the report from NAB, which was published in Macro Business recently, the foreign buyer demand with the foreign monies coming into Australia has increased from 4.6%, which was in the last quarter of 2021. It has increased from 4.6% to 7.9% in the first quarter of 2022, which means there's more foreign buyers who are looking to put money into Australian property market. And this foreign buyer demand is in addition to the overseas migration. So these two factors themselves are enough to keep the property prices booming up and up and up. Feel free to share this video with any of your friends or workmates who may get benefit out of it, or if you are thinking about property investing but just trying to delay that decision because of rising interest rates or federal elections or whatever it may be, feel free to leave your details on the below link, and we are more than happy to have a quick, no obligation chat with you and see how we can assist you in your property journey today in these uncertain times.